My name is Michael Teege. I run a digital advertising agency. So we help small businesses as well as medium-sized and larger corporations manage their ad budget on a monthly basis. Really, I grew up kind of poor. My big family. My dad, and really this is the reason I got into digital advertising in the first place, was my dad never did advertise at all. He just didn't believe in it. We had some thin Christmases because of it. So I realized, like, when I started the first business, was that advertising is a really crucial part of running a business. I mean, you have to if you want it to grow. So I wanted to get really good at it to kind of, at the base level, to kind of escape that poverty that I experienced when I was growing up. In the last year, my business has been really good. We tripled revenue from the year before, and then on this year we're on track to double again. So, yeah, it's a lot of work, but it's going well. I would say the primary catalyst for the growth, I mean, really the first year was just all the lessons I learned from the first business. The catalyst for most of the growth has just come from doing it wrong before. So most recently, the person that's helped with it the most is Clay. And we got to a point where I was staring down a lot of growth, meaning it was happening, right? It was coming, and it kind of freaked me out because I was getting past the point where the last one crashed and starting to go further. And that, like, I realized I had some sort of mental blocks around that. Like, everything was going well, but the way I described it to Clay was like, I have this 2% that's not clicking, right? It's not firing. Like, I'm not firing on like 7 cylinders, not 8, right? And so, and I really felt like that was holding me back, or that it would break something in the future if I didn't get it handled. So, yeah, Clay, I'm quite good at selling what I sell and doing what I do, but managing, behind the scenes, every entrepreneur, not all entrepreneurs, but some of them, life's kind of a mess, and mine was a little bit of a mess until I started working with Clay. Just mentally, it was a mess. I was stressed out all the time and couldn't focus the way I should have been able to focus. And Clay really helped just kind of dial it in. I mean, I don't know how else to describe it. He told me, he's like, you're running like a Ferrari, but we're going to tune you up. That's what he said, and it was like, and it's been true so far. Like, everything's changed. It's only been 4 weeks now, and just like so many changes. I feel like I can handle 4 times the amount I was handling before, even though I was completely overwhelmed before. So it's always hard to describe what Clay does, but what did Clay do? Clay himself would probably say, like, I didn't teach you anything. All I did was give you the tools or open the door, etc. Like, he always plays it off like that, but really what Clay does for people is he helps you cut past your own bullshit and dig up what is actually happening, right? I think we all have these, here's the actual thing, and then there's like surface layer, surface layer, surface layer. For me, I'd built wall after it, right, because it was painful, and all of us have that painful experience in life. But Clay, in a way that he has you bring it out and takes it out in a different way and examines it and twists it and reframes it. And it's hard to explain until you've been through it, but it's so powerful. It's just so powerful because it's not just, hey, let me give you some advice. It's not that at all. He takes it and just transports you almost back to when it happened, right? That first thing or that catalyst moment that happened to make your personality the way it is, and just helps you understand different things about it and reframes it. And then all the whatever it is, right? Fear, anxiety, whatever you're dealing with, just dissipates from that, and then you're just clear. You have clarity. It's incredible. Who this is for, or who Clay would be for, I think a lot of people have this perception that it's when I'm broken that I need the help, or it's when I'm not making any money that I need the help, or it's when I have this palpable problem. And while that's true, like, if everything's perfect in your life, then keep doing what you're doing. But really, from the outside and for most of my inside, my head, everything was fine in my life. It was all going well. I was making money and growing the business and hiring people, and my family was good. Everything was really good, but I'm just one of those people that's never quite satisfied. So I'd say that from my experience, like, the person that should work with Clay is also the person who is like 98% there to their ideal life. I mean, just you can feel it right there. But if you still feel like a little something's off, right? If it's just that, you're like, man, I can't put my finger on it, but there's that little thing, and that it's wrong, then that's when you should talk to Clay. Like, even if you're having all the success externally, like you got to look yourself in the mirror and be honest and know that, hey, because at the end of the day, if you're missing that last 2%, like why should you, right? You should live life at 100%, and Clay helps you get there.